The following program is for mature audiences only. None of the information provided is intended to be medical or any other professional advice requiring licensing through any regulatory agency. It is for entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion is advised.
Hi, I'm Amy Satori. I'm an intuitive spiritual counselor assisting in raising the vibration of our planet. I was born with extraordinary gifts, experienced enlightenment for 6 months years ago, speak light language, and channel a being called Celeste, who is an ambassador for a Galactic Council of 60. I am able to scan your energy field for emotional blockages and talk to or aid in the healing of your organs using Qigong energy healing. I can also help you make decisions, talk to your pets, deceased loved ones, and your friends and family's higher selves. I can help you navigate your relationships and answer pressing questions in your life by talking with the unseen world. I use these skills I've developed to translate the images, feelings, impressions, and messages I'm given while tuning into you and your situation. I work Thursday through Saturday as a psychic for the Lighthouse Bookstore downtown Boulder, Colorado, and conduct remote readings all over the world. You can order a private reading from my website at amysatori.com. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow me here on Podbean, Instagram, my 1111 Twin Flame Forum on Facebook, and YouTube. Set a reminder in your phone to call live on the show any Sunday, 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, or 8:30 Eastern to ask me a question, receive a blessing, or have me do some energy work on you. So, my friends, without further ado, let's get to today's show. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching and listening to the Satori Show. This is Amy Satori, your host today and every day and every week when we have these. For those of you listening for the first time, basically this is every Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. You can figure out what time that is for you. And you just call 256-291-1191. And I am happy to do a brief reading for you, a free reading for you. I do take donations. You just click on the link down below beneath this video to do so. And I appreciate that. Thank you to those who have done that for me. That's really sweet. This does cost me money every week to do, but I consider it sort of an advertisement because you guys I get to showcase my abilities and help you guys. So it's like a win-win for everybody. So, gosh, I don't know about you guys, but dang, the dreams right now are just crazy. It's like, I feel like I'm living a double life, man. I just feel like I got so much going on in the dream world that I wake up kind of like in a fog, like what, like so real. These dreams are just so real. And you guys are probably experiencing this too. I've been hearing some stories about this, but, and oh my gosh, having to go through a move, taxes, planning some upcoming trips, possibly going to the Philippines, going to Mexico, and maybe Florida, maybe New York. So there's a lot I'm juggling right now. It's been pretty crazy, especially today. It's like, oh my gosh, Sunday should be your day of rest. But that's okay, because I have other Sundays that are much more relaxed. So I'll get back there. I just wanted to sit for a moment. I got on a little bit early so I could meditate and just kind of chill from everything that's gone on today. Of course, as always, I do these readings if you go to amysatori.com. I've got 20-minute and 45-minute readings that are reasonably priced. I also do, for $22, I do a quick relationship spread that's like 3 or 4 minutes long, but it tells you everything pretty much that you need to know about where your interest is at this time. So, and you can check all that out on amysatori.com. Okay. And also, to keep in mind, some of these things that I talk about on the show are in my resources tab, if you want to check that out sometime as well. Hey, TD. Okay, so I'm just meditating for a minute, trying to chill out from a stressful day. Hey, I could let you on for a minute. Is there something you want to talk about? How you doing?
Hey.
Hey.
Hello?
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, good.
Just hopped on, heating up a little dinner.
Nice. I just got done with dinner, so I'm really flummy.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we've had
All
some
right.
crazy storms passing through, so.
Oh, yeah.
I've been kind of, yeah.
It's sunny and bright here. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. I almost laid out, and then it was just a little bit too chilly, so I couldn't do it. But all right, so we got a caller, so I'm going to put you on mute and let you do your job, mister.
Okay, thanks.
All right, talk to you later.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, Amy. How are you?
Good. Who's this?
This is Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Just wanted to say thanks for all your videos that you've been lately posting up on YouTube. I feel like they're really helpful for me and probably the collective.
Oh, good. You're welcome. I'm so glad.
Yeah, I know, but at the same time, I feel like sometimes they make me sad because, like, I'm not in reunion with my twin flame, so I'm just calling for, I guess, kind of like a checkup to see where he's at with this connection with me, if he's still interested in pursuing it.
Yeah. And there are going to be a lot of people listening to this that feel really sad too. And I feel sad sometimes too.
I know. I mean, yeah, I'm still moving on with my life, and I'm meeting other people and going out and doing everything, but it's just like, it's still there in the back of your mind.
Yes, I totally get it. I really do.
That's how I feel.
So I want to feel into this because I just feel like some other information is trying to come through. So hang on just a minute. Well, they're talking about how some of us are paying a karmic debt by being twin flames in this life, I guess. Like some of us are needing patience. We did something very impatient in a past life, so this life we're kind of doing that. And it also helps you appreciate the partnership when you do come into union.
Yeah.
And because you guys both earn it in different ways. Okay. Also, there's something about obviously our development, and I heard something recently. One of my colleagues, she shared some information with me that she's been getting in downloads, and I was like, oh gosh, that makes a lot of sense, unfortunately. But good. It's good because this is actually a good ripe time right now. But basically what she said was that some of the leaders of the twin flame groups, they're not coming into union until a major majority of everyone else has come into union.
Okay.
And it's kind of like some of us get there first and let everybody else safely on the boat, before we climb up the ladder and get on too. So, I used to wonder about that. I'd watch all these collective readers and be like, well, why are they giving us advice when they're not even in union and things like that? And I'm like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense because we tend to, when we get in a relationship, we're all excited about it. And we tend to put some of these things that we were so passionate about on the back burner for that new love. So it's kind of the universe's way of ensuring that we don't get distracted and we continue to help at least a majority of the people come into union before we do. So I just thought I'd throw that out there because that was an interesting piece of information that I've been pondering for the last week or so. Okay, so let me feel. What is your twin's first name, or whoever you want to look into? Because at this point, it could be a soulmate, a twin, soul flame. It could be a lot of different things. Who do you want to look into?
His first name is Francis.
Okay. Some of the images sometimes. he looks like one of those horsemen, like half horse, half man. Oh gosh, there's so many different things. With so many things I could run with that, but I'm not going to. But yeah, he's like showing. I think okay, Francis, what are you saying? He's being really funny. He's being like really playful and poetic, and he's saying something about God. What did he say? That was so funny. Tried and true just for you, or something like that. It's like he's trying to be kind of sing-songy and poetic. I think he's got something up his sleeve.
He's definitely like that. So.
Oh, that's so cute. It's really cute, really playful. So I think maybe that's the approach he's planning to take. Oh, I just got the word surprise. Yay. Okay, so just for kicks. Okay. Well, I keep cards right next to me here, and I just thought I'd randomly pick up the Seven of Swords, but I didn't. But I did get the High Priestess. Okay. And so sometimes when I see the High Priestess, it means the psychic is right. Okay. So I think that's one thing. Also, I just peeked and I saw the Strength card. So a lot of them are there right now. They're just so close to reaching out, and it's not even about like having faith in them. It's just kind of like let them go do their thing at the pace that they're going to do it. They know what they're doing, for them. They're doing what's comfortable for them, and they're breaking through their own like mental limitations and insecurities and all kinds of things to get to the point where they reach out. But I've been hearing more and more and more unions. The more you hear people coming together, these types of relationships, celebrate it, because it means that you're that much closer. Don't get discouraged from seeing that. Actually use it to be like, yes, that's, another one bites the dust. I'm next.
I know.
And that way you
can come in my way at all from him?
Yes. And I was going to say that way you can keep your vibe up, because the last thing you want to do is push the energy that's trying to come through to you away.
Okay.
A gift is trying to come, and if we get discouraged and get in a low vibration, we could put it off. So, okay, hang on a minute. I'm not even sure if there's going to be like a call or a text. It feels more like he's just going to ta-da. But, ooh, okay. It kind of feels like it might be a romantic gesture, like showing up with.
Okay. Hello?
What was that? Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear that. My phone got cut off, so I didn't hear what you said.
That was weird. I heard like a weird chime, like a Skype kind of sound. That was weird.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a ping or something, or a few pings.
Okay.
Maybe we're being watched by the government.
I heard the last part, romantic gesture.
Yeah, it feels like a poetic romantic gesture, perhaps.
Okay.
And a lot of times the universe doesn't want you to know the details because they don't want you anticipating. So do your best to let go, like the rest of us. So, like, just let go.
He's not very expressive. So I guess my last question would be, like, what is his, conclusion about me? Because I don't really know what he thinks about me as a person. Not feelings-wise, but, like, what does he conclude about me? What his logical conclusion is, perhaps.
That's a good question. Yeah. The word I got was wife.
Okay,
wife material.
Really?
Yeah. And I just saw kids. I see a little boy and a little girl. So maybe he's daydreaming about that. I also feel like you took his heart and ran, and he stood there stunned. And he hasn't been the same since.
Well, I feel that way. I feel like I haven't been the same since.
Yeah, it's like I just got the word dumbfounded. He's really baffled by what he has with you. But I do also feel like there is definitely, he knows that you are his future, and he knows that like once he reaches out to you and crosses that line, it's like forever. So it's a big moment for him when he does come to you, which is probably why he's going to do something romantic like that. And if you think about it, if he's not very expressive, a poem would make sense or a song would make sense because he can practice it a lot. And it's not him.
Yeah, because like if you were to ever tell me how he feels, it was always really cryptic through a song or through a poem. He'd be like, "I wrote this. What do you think about this?" And clearly, I felt like it was about me.
That's so funny. They are so sneaky. They are so funny that they do this. They try to see what you think of things by throwing stuff out there like it's not about you. And we're just like, "What? I know that's me you're talking about."
I know. It was always like third person.
Oh my gosh, these guys.
Here's this poem about this girl I wrote that I love. What do you think about it?
Yeah. And you're like, okay. All right.
Okay. Well, thanks so much, Amy. I appreciate it. So.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hang in there. And try to just
separation, and we haven't communicated for quite a while, and I'm just kind of running out of hope. And obviously, I've moved on, but I'm just like, is there a chance that like he's actually going to wake up and come and communicate with me? So
I feel he will.
Question. You feel he will? Okay.
He's just trying to gather up the strength. That's all.
Okay.
And he knows.
Yeah.
And like it's like, imagine being him and he knows that you're kind of waiting for him. Wouldn't that be incredibly uncomfortable? Like to walk into that situation?
Yeah.
And like with as much as girls like expect roses and dinner and all this stuff, it's like that's a lot of pressure for a guy. So they're like, okay, I know this is the love of my life. How the hell do I approach the love of my life? And it's like the answer is playfulness. Just be funny and just be light and don't put so much of a big old heavy thing on it. And you do not, if you're a masculine thinking about approaching, you don't have to worry about it being a romantic gesture. She's just going to be thrilled to death to hear from you or to see you. So just take her hand and say, let's go somewhere and just talk. And trust me, these feminines are going to be all over it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even want anything fancy. I just want like a text, a phone call, something, halfway serious.
Hi.
Heartfelt, yeah.
How you doing? Yeah. How you doing? You want to talk? And then don't run afterwards either. Don't run.
Well, I'm getting used to that part now.
Oh, gosh. These guys are hilarious.
I guess we have other callers, but, thanks for everything, and happy belated birthday, because I know you weren't on last week.
Thank you.
All right. Okay,
have a good day.
Bye.
Okay. Kathy.
Hello. Yes.
Hi. How are you?
Hi. I'm okay. I have a little news. The one guy that was the new guy, that didn't work out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a lot of problems in his life, and our personalities weren't working. But what I want to ask you with is a brand new guy. By accident, we talked a long time on the phone, and we just have it was a real easygoing connection.
Nice. Okay.
I was wondering if you see anything about him.
Okay. Hang on a minute. Oh, what's his first name?
Steve.
Okay. I see him like a bull. It's like he's aimed at you, and you're like the red flag or whatever, and he's gonna run at you. He's got you targeted. He's quite focused on you.
Yeah.
I feel like he's playing cool, calm, and collected, but I feel like he's got you pegged. Oh, I just saw him his horns pegged you against the wall, like you're not getting away.
Wow.
Huh.
But do you read anything into, is he a soulmate or anything like that?
Is he a soulmate or a soul flame, or like what is he?
Right.
Well, just know this, you guys, like without even having to check with a psychic or anything, if you've been working on yourself and developing yourself, you're probably not going to fall for a karmic anymore. So that is in your past. But here's how you tell the difference between a soul flame and a soulmate. A soulmate's pretty much going to be so easy that it's like effortless. It's like, I don't know, it just flows really easy. It's very comfortable and nothing hardly ever goes wrong. It's kind of a no-brainer. Mm-hmm. The soul flame is going to be a little bit more like a twin flame energy at first. You know, there might be a little separation. There might be a little flirtation, pull back. But the soul flame is more mature and more ready to run with it than your twin flame was. If your twin flame has opted out of coming into union with you, then they're usually more passionate, more on fire about like, let's get on with this already. So it's like the universe's way of ensuring that you are going to have, both of you are going to have a reward for all the hard work you've done, and keep the vibration of the planet raising.
Right.
Essentially, if you were to have to keep going through twin flame experiences over and over, it'd be so discouraging. I mean, it'd just be unbelievable. So this soul flame does not do that. I mean, they do it a little bit because you have to. It's like a part of us. In order to have that kind of love, we need to like earn it in a way, and it's like you have to go through a certain evolutionary process as the feminine, as does he, and you both have to get over your fears and insecurities. You have to realize your value. There's a whole thing that you're put through to evolve as a person to where you guys can really come together as a really strong power couple. And that wouldn't just happen just with a soulmate. So that's why it's not as easy, and it's more like your twin flame, but even more like a soulmate. So it's kind of like a very super loving, more ready, more mature twin flame in a way. So this guy, soulmate or soul flame? Well, I kind of feel like he could be a soul flame, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there'll be the back and forth. So it doesn't really matter the label as long as you're cool with it, you know,
right.
If it works for you.
I mean, just far, it's just an amazing connection. We talked hours, and that was an amazing comfort.
Awesome.
With the
so just if he does at some point, if he kind of pulls back, just know that, oh, here I go going through this lesson again.
Okay.
And
well, I'm getting closer. He's only an hour away.
Yay!
Yeah.
You've like inched forward, gotten closer. That's great. Oh, that's so funny.
And he grew up in my town, so that helps.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. And what else could we look into for that? Wait a minute. Hang on a minute.
Okay.
I feel like there's some kind of negative belief system coming from your grandmother's side of your energy. So I feel like there might have been, I don't know if it's your mom or your grandmother, but there's a feminine energy coming through to you that's kind of that's been kind of a negative for you, that kind of shoots down your confidence.
That would.
So what was that?
You pick up one of my relatives?
It's a feminine energy.
Well,
you were. Go ahead.
I was always curious, but I didn't want to take up your time too much for that. I have a grandmother that is gone, and she was critical.
Okay. That's
but loving at the same time.
Yeah. Does she kind of play with your head sometimes?
Yeah.
When these connections? Okay. So let me see what you're supposed to know about that.
My mom was more loving.
Yeah. Okay, hang on a minute. Things didn't pan out for her like she wanted. You know, just classical projection. Kind of trying to protect your heart. it's like some people think that if you're skeptical, it'll actually protect you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an injustice, really, because I feel like you need to keep your heart open, but you need to learn how to emotionally support yourself. So you need to keep your optimism because it keeps your vibration high.
Right.
Huh?
About you have to be positive about what might happen. You don't know.
Yes. And if you fall on your face, you got to be able to support yourself in that. You got to be able to look at everything like the glass half full, or like if I fall on my face, then that just means there's something, even like if one door closes, another opens. It's like these situations are kind of perfect for cultivating our positive belief system. But if you're just sitting there skeptical, expecting the worst of everything, then you actually bring that about. So I think they're just wanting you. Yeah, they're wanting you to tune her out.
Okay.
And I feel like even like energetically, she feels you worrying about it and thinking about it a lot. So she's like imposing in on your energy. So if you're okay with it, I want to ask her to kind of back off.
Okay.
Okay, hang on. She acted kind of snotty about it.
That would be her.
Well, she turns her back and she walks away. So I'm going to explain to her why I did that. Hang on. She gets it. She'll leave you alone, though. So just know that sometimes, just like sometimes we can feel our twin flame, sometimes we'll have symptoms and we'll think it's us, or we go through anxiety or depression or all kinds of things. And if it's inexplicable, or if we don't know where it comes from and it seems like pressure, or it seems like, gosh, why do I keep feeling so discouraged or whatever, just ask yourself, ask your intuition, who is this? Is this someone else, or is this me? Or you can say, is this my twin flame, or is this me? And that way you can kind of learn to discern different people's energy from your own. And you could find your grandmother and say, you know what, I'm not listening to you. Things didn't work out for you, but that doesn't mean that they won't for me.
No, they
didn't.
And
this is my belief system. I do believe in love, and I do believe, that something's going to work out for me if I keep my vibration high, for example.
Right.
So, and I would even use the word, like a couple of keywords that I use a lot are back off and clear. So,
okay. Because I had no idea she was around me,
Yeah. But maybe if you kept questioning, you could just be like, who is this?
Well, I was questioning this new connection only because he's a few years older than me. But it's not that many.
Oh, gosh.
It doesn't matter.
Well, no. True love, this is going to sound so corny. It's like true love knows no bounds.
Yeah.
It's true, though. It's like, this was designed for you. You guys have had many past lives together. And I mean, just generally speaking about these different true love relationships, they've had many past lives together. They're very comfortable with each other. They get each other. They know how to talk to each other. They know how to work through problems. I mean, it's like all the work's already been done in prior lives, guys. So
it's like
if you guys can get through that,
it's so comfortable and so
right.
These connections keep getting better.
Right. They will. I've been trying to tell everybody that. Don't worry if one says
like
no,
because the better
personalities
are made for each other. It's just
right. I know. I've been hearing these reports. So and part of the thing is, since this is all about an evolutionary process in our spiritual development or our personal development, then that would mean that with each of these people, it has to keep evolving you, both of you. And you have to get past egoic ideas like age or body type or or just
it's only
type
9
in general,
years.
or
it's not too many.
Beliefs.
9
years. Yeah, that's nothing.
It's nothing. No.
Some of these flames or in other types of relationships are like sometimes 20, 30 years apart. And I encourage it. I don't know. I mean, it's like this person you're going to feel like home with.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares? If anybody has anything to say about it, then that's just their problem because they wouldn't go there. They couldn't get past their egos to be able to be with their person. So, don't let them project on you or make you feel bad because you had the guts to do it and to face, whatever you had to face with it. I know a couple, this one twin flame relationship where, I love interviewing people about these types of things, but these guys, they ended up, I spent Christmas with them and they told me the most incredible stories about what they had to go through and what they had to endure with their families. They had an age difference. They had, both of their families didn't like each other and there was no reason for it. They were both super nice people. They're the most incredible people I've ever met. And they, it's they had to endure probably 14 to 20 years of their families being completely against them and being really rotten to them and horrible to them. And then once they broke through that, it was it became super easy. And now they're really excelling and making tons of money together and they got a business together and they just it all works out. But you do have to evolve past some egoic ideas sometimes.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay, so you're reading it's good.
I feel like it's a good thing. I feel like it's a good connection. And I feel like don't be surprised if he makes a really strong pass at you sometime soon. I'm feeling a lot of passion.
Oh, good.
So, yeah. And he may sneak up on you that way. You may not see it coming. Then he'll plant one on you. And it's going to, it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Okay, well, I'll keep you posted, and thank you very much.
Cool. Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay.
All right, have a good night.
You too.
Bye. Mackenzie.
Amy, how are you?
I'm good.
So,
how are you?
I'm okay. So last time that I had a reading with you, I had told you that my twin had got into this new relationship after his dramatic karmic relationship with this girl from high school that just didn't make any sense. And he had texted me, "Leave me alone. I never wanted you." And for some reason, it just didn't really sit very well with me. Well, that's not obviously, but it didn't seem. I don't know. It just something was off about it. And so
I know what you mean. You're that's not true.
Yeah, it was just weird, and I didn't believe it. And then I felt bad the other night, and I felt called to send him a message apologizing because I said some nasty things back to him. But he texted back to me in that same conversation that it wasn't even him that was texting me; it was that girl.
Ooh.
Yeah. So then he's like, we can have a conversation about this some other time. I sent him a text last night saying, I'll be around Monday if you want to talk. And then he said, I'm trying to work it out with her. I wish you would just respect that. And again, this.
Oh my gosh.
Leave me alone, you psychopath. What's wrong with you? It's insane. But it wasn't even him talking to me that first time. So I spent the last month and a half being oh my God, he was so mean to me. It was a psychopathic girl who took his phone and was saying things to me so that even the things that she was saying back to me didn't even sound like verbiage that he uses. And now that I know that, it was funny. I was like, are you kidding me? That's funny.
They're terrible. These karmics sometimes, man, the stories I hear, they'll even block you and then not tell him that they did it, that kind of thing. So he's always checking his phone to see if you've said anything, and it's oh my God.
Well, he said it wasn't even me who was texting you, and she didn't like you messaging me. That's what he said.
Well, of course not.
But now he told me that she broke up with him a while ago. So why last night was he so mean again? Leave me alone. I'm going to try to work it out with her. I said, you're going to try to work it out with a woman who did that to me? And you just told me about it? What's wrong with you?
They're not very smart. They can be gluttons for punishment. A lot of times, I'll say this about the karmics, and I'm actually about to put out a talk about meaningless sex and falling for materialistic things when you're looking for someone, just looks or whatever. But a lot of times they get really well. They get a certain idea for something, no matter what that is. It's usually materialistic because these masculines really put a lot of value on money and materialism and things looking right. Like they want like a list and everything checked in those boxes. So they get stuck in it. They get stuck in this mental prison and they can't get out. And they mistake lust and dishonesty and this unhealthy behavior for love. Because they don't know anything different. They don't even know that they're being superficial, or they don't even know that part of them does, but they don't even, there's a really good, if you go to my 1111 Twin Flame forum, somebody just posted a recent post about something like that. It's like got a black background and it's pretty cool. But it's like they just fall for these things that they think it's that total thing of trying to fit the round peg into the square hole, or the other way around. I mean, and so they try to make something work because they don't want to fail, and because they don't want to report yet again they weren't able to make a relationship work. And it's like they don't stop to realize that this isn't their match. Duh. Like with the right person, it just flows and it's a lot easier and the communication's easier. Like everything, they pour all their energy into the wrong person, and then they get all jaded when they go to get with the right person and act all defensive, like and afraid to get heartbroken and stuff. And it's just like you just went with the wrong person for the wrong reasons. That's it.
Yeah. And
I've heard so many stories about like when the right people come together, how easy it is. And they're like, why did I waste all that time being scared? This is the best connection I've ever had in my life. And even when they have challenges, they're able to talk through it pretty maturely.
Yeah, I mean, even after all of this, I never came at him and said anything immature or hurtful. I'm just like, hey,
of course not.
What is this? Like,
you'd think they'd get a clue.
And you told
when
me
I talk to this one, it's not so fun. When I talk to this one, it's pretty easy, pretty fun. But a part of them is like, well, that's too good to be true. They get real skeptical. Like, I don't know. Maybe she's just acting really nice.
What's really ridiculous is that he does post these stupid memes on Facebook of like, when you should check your energy when you're talking or you're around certain people. That's the universe telling you that you should be paying attention. But yet when he gets me in front of him, it's like, leave me alone. Like I just
they get like so frightened of true love. It's so funny.
He is like, you told me that he's in love with me. I know that this is true, and this doesn't make any sense, and I just don't know how to handle it right now because I've done all I can. Like I've given out all of these open doors. I'm not like pressuring him. I'm just like, hey, I'm here if you want this and you want to talk to me. And it's like it hurts so much to be rejected like that on a regular basis.
Oh my gosh, I know. And we are just like, the feminines are just all heart and they just really pour it out. And these guys they don't know what to do with it. They don't know what to do. They lash out. They do all kinds of things because they can't handle it. They can't handle the truth. So
ridiculous.
It was so funny because like just to share a little piece of my own twin flame journey. I didn't put a whole heck of a lot of effort into my relationship with him, but he'd come and see me every 6 months or something like that and say, hey. And then it was just like pulling teeth. It was awful. It was just awful. And I was so patient and I was so forgiving and I used it to work on myself just like everybody. And I did. I grew a lot. I matured a lot through that process. But finally, I sent him this video and I just said, you know what? I said, I'm like so embarrassed and disappointed by the way this whole thing has gone. And, I just, I give up. I'm done. I'm just done. And his answer was something like, I knew it. This is what I've been afraid of the whole time. And I'm like, seriously, you pushed me to it. I mean, you just absolutely taught me. Like exactly. Total self-sabotage. And they do it all the time. I hear these stories all the time. And I was just like, I'm not even mad. I'm just done, So it's like that they will do that. If they don't, ultimately they do have free will, so they can do whatever they darn well please. But, it's really kind of sad to see them act that way, to be so like insistent that things are going to be like they believe it's going to be, like they are cursed in love and they will prove it no matter what. And it's like, that's so sad, because when they have love right there, the most loving connection they could possibly find, they won't even acknowledge it, Mm-hmm. So yeah, let me try to get some advice for you from the other side for a minute and see if there's even anything that could help the rest of us as well with that same thing. Aw. They said fall back into the arms of the unknown and like God source energy. They're just like, just give it to us. Just drop back in our arms. Just don't worry about it. And just also know that, it's that the door closed. If he slams that door in your face like that, then all you can do, you have a number of different choices, but what I would advise is that at this point, because this is kind of where I'm at too, it's like if he arrives, I'm just going to look at him like, what the hell are you doing here? And what do you want? And it would take, I don't know what it would take for me to even consider anything with him, because he's broken the trust so bad. But do that. Like, just whoever shows up for you, just be like, yes, mm-hmm. not guarded necessarily, except for maybe that guy, but like, just see how they come to you, see how real they are with you, see how authentic whoever arrives comes, because trust me, if he says no and it feels like he's doing that, then somebody else is going to come in, because you can't help it with the law of attraction. If you've been, and it sounds like you have a really good vibration. So if it feels like you're definitely pulling, actually, I feel like 3 guys in. Maybe you should be prepared for that. So, but if for everyone out there listening, it's like, if you've been working on yourself and you are trying to be as happy as you can possibly be beyond all circumstances, no matter what you're faced with, if you use it to grow you and expand you and mature you and everything, like most of us are, then you're definitely pulling through somebody even better. Like that last caller. She's like, every time somebody says no to me, the next guy's even better. So take on that beef, let that be, let that be your guiding light. Don't let him be your guiding light. Don't make him your objective. Just know that you have an awesome love coming in by you really loving yourself unconditionally. And one of the things that you could do to kind of cultivate that grateful heart and that good vibration that you want to have to manifest what you want is to go to bed every night, touch your heart, and just say, I love you. And just repeat that over and over until you feel like totally blissed out. It really changes your vibration. It really helps you. You feel high after you've done it for a while. I did it for a long time. I started listing off everything I love. I love sunsets. I love kittens. I love everything that you love, even if you don't even have it in your life right now. I love the ocean. Yeah. I'm not by the ocean. I love the ocean. Just list everything that you love, after that, and just put yourself to sleep that way every night. And, at the right time, at the perfect time, this guy's going to come in, and I've been hearing more and more reports of it. Believe me, guys, if you guys need a boost in faith, go to my Instagram. I have people writing me all the time, sharing their stories, and they're sharing it anonymously, and they're sending it to my WhatsApp or my text or whatever, and I'm sharing it with you guys. Look for the light blue. The light blue are testimonials, and they're also reports from people letting me know what's going on for them. And they're
I've been reading them.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I've been reading them.
Okay. They're like, you're right about the soul flame guy. He's freaking awesome, and we're getting married right away. They're not wasting their time.
Okay.
They're awesome.
So don't worry about him acting like that. You don't want a guy like that right now anyway. I mean, gosh, for him to get to he would have to really make a big breakthrough, to earn back your trust after that. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
I wouldn't waste my time with someone who's in that much denial or who can't even just admit the truth. It's like, that feels like such a waste of time. So either you can just happily go about your life's purpose and just be, really happy with your life as best you can and just have a good time and just know you're not going to have a love life for many years, or do that anyway and then just see who shows up like magic.
I like the latter.
It never hurts to give up, though. It never hurts to give up because then you let go. And when you let go, miracles can happen and like resets happen. It's when you're clinging and holding on and you're needing it to work out a certain way or for it to look a certain way or to have a certain end result that you kind of sabotage yourself in a way.
Yeah. And
watch out for some videos to come out here soon, too, because I'm talking about some of this stuff coming up in more depth.
Awesome. I will look forward to looking at them. Okay. All right, Amy.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye. I'm going
Amy?
back to Callie. Callie.
It's me. Hello. So, Amy, this last week has been interesting, and it ties literally directly into what you were just talking about, so it's too funny. So since I've been, working on myself and doing affirmations and things like that, I've definitely noticed that I've been getting more attention and things like that. And in fact, this past week, there's this guy that I met at work, and I don't often ever feel oh my God, I met someone. And I feel like that happened this past week. And since that happened, well,
oh no.
But
there's a but.
Well, I mean, based on what you tapped into a few weeks ago, it was yeah, your masculine is he's doing his work and he wants to be this incredible man for you. And I think, it's it won't be too much longer before he does something or whatever. And I'm awesome. And then this happens and I feel like if he were there, he just was kind of what? What? And then for the past,
I know, I feel mine energetically. Sometimes when I say something about another guy or something, I can feel my masculine going, what?
Yeah.
Oh, he just gets pissed.
Yeah. And I feel for the past few nights and things like that, I've been dreaming about guys from my past, and I just kind of almost feel he's left me energetically or something, and I just wanted you to feel into that.
You think your twin flame has blessed you in this new relationship?
No, I don't know. I just want to know, I mean, he must have felt it, that there's, this other guy, and I don't know if he's just kind of, I don't know, if he's just taking a break or, feels like I've betrayed him or something.
If it's going to do anything, it would get him to get off his butt. It would give him more courage. Guys are kind of competitive that way. I mean, some of them are kind of oh, well, I guess I'll move on. But when it comes to these types of relationships, I mean, maybe with the typical girl, they would just move on. But the smart ones are this is not something I'm going to come across again in my lifetime. Mm-hmm. And the masculines do feel the feminines. So trust me, they will feel that you're moving on. But I've always seen it to work out in a good way. Okay. But having said that,
it's kind of don't even, go ahead.
Well, okay, so like in my situation would be an exception, I suppose, because it's like we have said no to the connection completely. At least I have. Mm-hmm. And the door is just completely, absolutely shut, bolted, and locked in every way, shape, and form. There's not getting through this Fort Knox. So if in that case, it's like they could show up and like, then it's just like, we'll go ahead and try. But in your case, and in most cases, you're just going to have to see what happens then and see how he shows up. But in a way, too, it's kind of like he's called up a little higher, too, because now he's got some competition, and this other guy's probably even better in some ways. So he's going to have to really step it up. He's going to have to really come with his heart on his sleeve and be, like, ready for commitment and not playing around.
So, I don't need to really this sounds bad, but I don't mean it to sound bad. Like, I don't need to, like, think about him, like, feel guilty, I guess, if I am, like, at work and I'm, like, flirting or something.
Oh, that is so funny. Oh, my gosh. See, this is how beautiful the feminines are. I mean, they are such loyal people. I'm telling you, it's like once the feminines fall for somebody, it's like they're so devoted and so loving, and they just love the hell out of this guy or girl, and they are just, like you, feeling guilty for even thinking about some other guy.
I know. We never even dated, ever.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's just like hard. I was going to say,
don't worry about it.
Okay. It's just hard because, like, yeah, I
just heard you snooze, you lose. I just heard that.
From who?
I think, who was that? Who said that? Hey, I'm hearing voices. I don't know. What are my guides? I don't know. I don't pay attention sometimes. They just kind of blurt stuff out, but it's true.
That's so funny.
They're basically saying, maybe I'm hearing the higher self of the guy who's coming in for you. He's like, you're going to sit around waiting for some guy who's not even taking action. When I'm right here in your face, like wanting to take you out and have a good time and get to know you, do all the things that you wish that he was doing. I would I would drop the twin flame like that.
Oh my God.
Because, however, I will say that there, not because I just felt a bunch of people going, what? No, okay. The twin flame relationship is a big one for you guys. It's big, but it doesn't have to become romantic. And like I said, they have free will, and so do you. You can choose not to be with them, and you can choose to let it empower you. And I also feel like they have the ability to even support you energetically in going forward with someone else, like you were saying. Like their higher selves are much more mature than they are, and their higher selves are like, good for you, good for you. They're like applauding you in a way. So you might start seeing all these, all the ones and the threes and the fives, and then you're like, no, but that makes me feel guilty because it's making me remember him, or you see his license plate or his name everywhere and whatnot. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! So I was just about to tell you a story. And I was like, but like take it more as you can take anything the way that you want to see it that best supports you. So I'm choosing to see, like, when I'm with somebody else and I see some kind of sign that points me to my twin flame or makes me think of him or whatever, I'm just like, thank you for your approval. Thank you for your approval, because your higher self knows that this is a good thing, that I'm, having a good time going forward. So,
it's
look
just
at it
hard.
Like that.
It's just hard because it's like, I feel like, for him, he doesn't feel like he's gonna come forward unless there's like a reason, unless like maybe we like run into each other or something. Like, he's not just gonna like reach out and be like, can I take you out? The twin, not this other guy.
Right. I don't know. Do you want a guy like that just sits on his butt? and just lets an opportunity like you pass him by.
Oh my God.
Honestly, though.
I mean, can you tell, like, does it feel still a ways off?
I don't think it's that far. I don't know what's going to be showing up for you in a couple months, but it feels like he's going to do something in a couple months.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Let me feel into like how solid it'll be. And by solid, I mean he's not going to be like the Knight of Wands, like showing up, disappearing, playing that stupid game. Let me just see if he's going to show up more solid. I do feel there'll be more communication. I do feel it going slow, though, like a Knight of Pentacles energy.
Yeah.
But it'll be better than it's been.
Okay.
If there's another guy more ready, go with that guy. Just make sure he's not a karmic.
Yeah. I don't think he is.
He could be a karmic.
I feel like I'm done with karmics.
Exactly. See, that's what I mean. Like so many of us are like to the level where we would see that coming a million miles away. It's like, dude, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to me. It ain't going to work. You know, like immediately.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Yeah. Hang on a minute.
Well, all right then.
Yeah. Hang on though. Hang on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're saying that it's like inevitable for you to meet somebody or be with somebody absolutely incredible. So just don't worry about it. They showed me like a train, like that can't be stopped. You have so much momentum behind you now.
Interesting.
That I don't think guilt. If guilt causes right action, guilt has a purpose. Otherwise, any kind of negative feeling, it's like if you're religious, like any negative feeling, that's like the devil on your shoulder. That's Satan, right? Yeah. And so any positive feeling, if you stay aligned with that, it would be like the other side, good and evil, if you want to look at it like that. So guilt will only keep you stuck, and it'll only make you indebted to people, and it's only going to make you make really stupid decisions, and it's going to make you feel bad, and it's going to just hold you back. So try not to feel guilty. Try to look at it in such a way that empowers you to feel like you're doing the right thing going forward. And stay open. Stay open to your masculine. In your case, just be like, what did you expect me to just sit here forever and just wait for you and twiddle my fingers, doing nothing, being sad on every major occasion that goes by and every major crisis that hit my life that you just completely ignored me through? No. And he would understand that when he, a lot of them feel really, really bad about that. But have your door open. I wouldn't shut it like I did, but be open. Be open, but you're just going to have a new guy to compare him to now that's probably a lot better.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck.
All right.
Keep me posted,
Thanks,
okay?
I will.
All right.
Okay, bye.
I can just like hello.
Hi, Amy.
Yeah.
Hi, Amy. This is Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
Hi. We had a reading by phone about 3 weeks ago.
Okay. How was it?
And it was great reading, but I just wanted to ask a few more questions about that. I called and asked you about my twin flame. He was trying to get through some religious indoctrination and get out of a karmic marriage. And I was asking if you thought that was going to happen, and you said yes with exclamation points, and thought within the next 3 months that it was very good and strong. About a week later, communication just dried up. I know he hasn't given up, but it's pretty discouraging. So I'm trying to figure out if he has derailed himself again or if we're still on track.
Oh, good question. I know.
Yeah, what do you think?
It's like any little thing happens, and it's like, is it all ruined? Are we off track now? Like, what's
going on? Have we shifted the timeline entirely? I don't know.
Are we on a parallel reality where now we don't come together? This sucks.
Who knows? Or 10 years from now, I don't know.
Okay, let me see. Are they still on track? Yes. So let me see why he kind of went off the tracks. Guilt. Imagine that. Like, we were just talking about guilt and what it does to you.
I agree.
He also feels he doesn't deserve it. Oh, God, not that. Ugh. That's like, people feel like that's that self-sabotage stupid thing. It's like when they feel like, who am I to go leave and be happy?
Yeah.
What is she going to do? And he doesn't, I don't think he realizes that's going to free her up to somebody really much better for her too.
Right.
It's good for everyone. When you choose what's best for you, it's good for everybody across the board. It's getting us all more authentic when we make those types of choices. So don't delay. Call today.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Do you think we're still within 3 months, or has he dragged this out? I mean, I'm trying to figure.
We're still within the time frame that I gave you. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's off track. Nothing has happened that wasn't supposed to happen, just like it did.
Okay.
So they're saying to trust in divine timing. They're showing me the Temperance card. So just know that everything's kind of getting balanced out right now, and he's gaining gumption, and he's gaining self-esteem, and he's learning to love himself again.
Okay.
And all of that is leading him back to you. Yay.
That's good. Is it best for me to just sit silent and let him do that and kind of do my own thing, or is it best for me to
do your own thing?
Just don't communicate.
Do your own thing.
Okay.
Do your own thing. Don't communicate. But having said that, like, listen to your intuition too. If your intuition's like, you should probably reach out and give a little wink for a second, then do that, because some of them like wonder if you've moved on because it's been so long, or
and that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah. So, but I wouldn't don't make too much of an effort. Just let them know the door's open.
Okay.
The door is ajar. It's not shut, Okay. And just send a little friendly little wink. But that's only if you really feel it. And also, you guys, don't expect a call back. You're just going to break your own heart if because oh my gosh, right now it's like, I used to say feminines do not reach out to him. Absolutely do not, no matter what, because you got to stop being the chaser. Mm-hmm. But there does come a time when there's been a lot of time that's gone by that you kind of sense or feel that they need the encouragement, and then you listen to your intuition and you let them know you're still there. That you're still thinking about them, that type of thing. But, like I said, if you do reach out, don't expect anything back, because a lot of them also are on the verge of reaching out.
Okay.
And they feel emasculated and pushed when we do that.
Okay.
They want to come up with the idea themselves. They want to come out of the blue sometimes. And it makes me think of that. I don't know. I did an extended version of that last collective reading, and it showed the sex tarot, and there was like this Two of Pentacles card that was hilarious. And I had it on my Instagram too, but it was like a month ago. It's this funny picture of this guy like creeping up, and it's like he's like staring at her butt, and he's like sneaking up behind her like he's just going to grab her. And it's like a lot of these guys are really close to actually coming to see you in person and surprising you.
Do you think that's more how this would play out, is that he just gets enough gumption and finally breaks through, or does something else like come from the outside and just shake it and force his hand? I mean, do you have any kind of insight into that?
Well, by that I mean like an unexpected change of like a force of life, like you were saying, like the angels themselves coming down and putting their foot down and saying, you got to get your butt going on this now.
Something. Yeah.
And life will shake up their life until they, it's like the forces that be will make it happen. They will make you so uncomfortable until you finally do something. It'll be unbearable. So I feel like they are squeezing him right now.
Okay.
They're squeezing him out.
Okay.
So it's going to become his life is going to get more and more and more and more and more uncomfortable till he finally does something about this.
Okay. Is there anything that I can do to help make him more uncomfortable? That sounds really bad. That sounds terrible. But you know what I mean.
I give advice on my show on how to make people more uncomfortable.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. I get it. All I would do, I mean, I just wouldn't. I wouldn't go against anybody's free will, for one. But I would. The most you can do and the best you can do is use your law of attraction tools and abilities by visualizing and really staying in the moment and staying in surrender, because the universe will bring to us what we desire and what is best for us rapidly when we stay really present in the moment. Also, you could send, by you believing in it, by you like imagining you guys together, it's like saying to the universe, I'm ready. Yeah, bring it, Sometimes that's what's happening when we're dreaming about people too. Mm-hmm. Our subconscious mind is trying to figure out whether we're actually a good fit for that person or not. So they work it out to where it's kind of like the universe's way of using the law of attraction during your dreams to make you comfortable with that person for you guys to come together. So use visualization. So meditate, imagine him being in your life. That way you're aligning with it. Stay really present. Stay out of worry. Just know that it's all working out perfectly and just trust it. But yet at the same time, have no expectations of that needing to happen for you to feel okay. Just know that love is coming. And then you can also send a blessing. You can just pray. Just say, I bless him with pure love and light. I bless him with pure source energy, and just pour out your love to him. And just ask the angels or whatever guides you're working with, or whoever you want, please help him to get whatever he needs. Even, if he needs to take a little bit of my energy sometimes. Does he need courage? Does he need, strength to stand up against a karmic, or does he need boundaries, or does he need to get rid of guilt, or whatever it is he needs? Please provide that for him and help him to learn the lesson easier and smoother. And that's one thing the masculines can be praying too. They forget that they can even use prayer. It's like, pray for strength, pray for the things that you need, and pray for it to be easy in doing so. It doesn't need to be difficult. Okay. Like sometimes I'll pray for something to be made obvious to me, and then it is. It doesn't have to be a long, drawn out, difficult process, any of it. So we pray, they pray, and then it just kind of works out the way it's supposed to. So try to trust the process as best you can.
I will do that.
Stay in the state of surrender.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Amy.
Yeah, you're welcome. And keep an eye out for a video I'm about to put out about, what did I call it? Persecution. Okay. It doesn't seem like it would pertain to this, but it does.
Okay.
So
I will look for it.
Okay.
All right. Well, you
Sounds
take
good.
care, and thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Thank you. You too. Bye. Okay, so it looks like there's somebody here, but that person is listening, so I won't pick up that call. So thank you guys so much again for calling into the show and for sharing your lives with me. I know it's a very vulnerable thing, and you guys are just lovely to get to know and talk to, and I appreciate everybody's input, and I really appreciate those who are sending me messages as well, keeping me apprised of their situations and giving me this the validation that I can then share with confidence with you guys. So have yourselves a great day, morning or evening, and we'll catch you next time on the Satori Show.